Okay, so this is video 2. This is the second part on what is intelligence. So the last time we ran out of time talking about the different theories, and we've already discussed Spearman and Thurstone. This is a pretty good chart to freeze and maybe jot down some of the big ideas. Spearman and Thurstone, remember, they were more of the historical perspective, which they agreed that our judgment of intelligence is based off of an academic performance and our abilities, right? And then you had Howard Gardner and Sternberg, who believed that in the contemporary and believed more that other things outside of the academic ability can influence our behavior. So these are really good to know. Howard Gardner talked about the 8 different multiple intelligences. Sternberg talked about the triartic theory, where you could be smart in 3 different ways: academic, creativity, and practical. So where we left off with was talking about Daniel Goleman, and Daniel Goleman is still very active today in understanding our emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is how strong are you at perceiving, understanding, and managing and using your emotions. So if you were to tell me how you feel and how others feel, are you able to really describe what's going on with you? And if you were in an argument, are you able to manage an argument or a fight or a conflict? So he stated that these 4 different areas are used to judge whether somebody has a high emotional intelligence. Are you able to understand, and are you self-aware? Are you conscious and knowledgeable of your own character, your feelings, your motives, and your desires? What really drives you? Are you aware of your environment? Are you aware of how you're feeling? Are you aware of what's due, why you're doing what you're doing? Managing and self-regulation. Are you able to manage your emotions? The ability to act in the long-term best interest of what your deepest value is. Okay. Use of empathy. Are you able to understand and relate to others? Okay. And then the last one is, how well do you perceive others and how well can you communicate with them? So I like this chart because this talks a lot about the 4 different areas that were just on the previous slide. So self-aware. How self-aware are you of yourself? Self-management. How well can you adapt to certain things? Are you motivated? Do you have a positive outlook? If you have strong things in this area, that would mean that you are more likely to have a strong emotional intelligence. Are you socially aware in terms of, do you have empathy for others? Do you have an organizational awareness? Okay, and then the last one is, how well do you work as a team and do you work with others? The last thing I'm going to talk about is what is known as a savant. So a savant is somebody who could have a really low mental ability in terms of skills and cognitive ability, however, has a really exceptional skill in something such as drawing. So this man is a savant. He doesn't have a really strong IQ score in terms of the academic ability, but he has a really strong sense of artistic ability in terms of he can see the New York skyline and he could, from photographic memory, be able to draw the entire thing. People like this are known as having the savant syndrome. And that is it. Make sure you know the difference between historical and contemporary, and we will talk about it tomorrow.